This morning, we ultrasounded our pregnant Asian elephant, Phoebe. She is in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy and she's doing extremely well. Just like you would ultrasound a human, we ultrasound Phoebe every 2 weeks just to make sure the calf is doing well and it continues to grow as we expect it to. As you can imagine, ultrasounding an animal of Phoebe's size is pretty challenging. The calf is large, and at this point in the gestation, it's laying low in the abdomen. So sometimes it's a little hit or miss whether you can see the calf or not. Today, we were very lucky that we got a good view of the calf. We were able to see its ribs. We were even able to see its heartbeat. And overall, we're estimating the calf right now, based on today's measurements, is about this big in size. This pregnancy is a result of a lot of science and a lot of collaboration. Phoebe's artificial insemination procedure took place around 2 years ago, and there have been less than 10 successful artificial inseminations in Asian elephants so far.
Asian elephants are a critically endangered species in the world. There are very few of them in the world. There's very few of them in zoos. Phoebe's pregnancy was actually a recommendation from the Species Survival Plan. The Species Survival Programs, what we do, and this is with all the species, is we bring animals together that are genetically a good match. When we received Hank several years ago, we knew bringing him into this facility that he was a good match for Phoebe specifically. But at the same time, we wanted to make sure that she did get pregnant, so we actually also artificially inseminated Phoebe. And one of the awesome things about zoos in North America and AZA zoos is we collaborate with all these institutions. So what we did, and with the help of the SSP, is we came up with a list of males that could be potentially good donors for Phoebe. We do this because it's not a guarantee. So when elephant cycles are only once every 3 months, 4 months, so it doesn't happen often. So we need to make sure that we have everything ready to go on that day for the artificial insemination, and that means having resources and samples from as many institutions and as many bulls as we can get, because there's a chance we may not get any. And with this artificial insemination, we actually had several zoos lined up with several bulls to collect samples for us, and none of them got a sample. We were lucky to get a sample from Hank the day and the day after for the AI. So we know that this is Hank's baby because he's the only sample that we actually inseminated Phoebe with. The whole process of artificial insemination is years and years and years of very, very, very strong training with our staff and our elephants. We have keepers that have been here for over 20 years and have worked with Phoebe for almost that entire time. That's really, really important when you're doing this process. She volunteers this. I mean, this is something that we've trained them, we take our time with, we spend months and years getting her ready for this type of thing. So when we go to do the artificial insemination, there's no surprises to her. She's very, very reliable, and it really is that training from the keepers, the relationship between the keepers and the elephants, and the fact that Phoebe's an awesome elephant. So artificial insemination and a successful birth here at the Columbus Zoo means a lot to the Asian elephant population in the world. There's less than 40,000 Asian elephants left in the world. Over 30% of those Asian elephants, over in Asia, the 13 countries that have elephants, over 30% of that population is in human care. So all the science that we learn here at the Columbus Zoo and in AZA institutions you can take that information and you can help support Asian elephant populations in Asia. At the same time, I think people need to understand and realize the impact that coming to a zoo to see a baby elephant has on our visitors. There is science behind when people see an elephant, when people come to our institution, that emotional connection live, in person, with the smells, the sounds, all of that, has shown that people are more likely to contribute to conservation or go into conservation when they grow up to help not just save Asian elephants, but to save all species that are critically endangered.